makes me happy is PE, also known as physical. Example, once I step foot on a basketball court or a soccer field, I'm filled with energy, happiness, and I do not have a care in the world. Last but definitely not least, math. Math, in my opinion, is one of the best subjects, maybe the best subject. Why, you ask? Well, when I'm doing a hard math problem, it's like the problem sucked me in. I'm phased out of the world, and when I'm done, I'm back to reality, and I have the urge to solve another problem. It is like the math problem is calling me to be solved. Thank you for this opportunity to speak and share about the three things that make me the happiest in school. I will continue to enjoy art, PE, and math each day.
Thank you, Camden. But Lena, in Mr. Gaines' class, has the question, can you describe a moment at school when you felt truly happy?
My happy moment. In fourth grade, I was in Miss Tran's class, and in fourth grade, we learned all about the gold rush. We even had an overnight field trip and went panning for gold. So, in the last semester of school, our teacher announced that we were going to do a gold rush musical. At that point, I was really happy. I wasn't really a theater kid, and I hadn't been in a play before, so I was excited for what was yet to come. We would get in a circle almost every day and practice our lines. We didn't know what our parts were, so our teacher called on a random person for each role. I really wanted to be one of the main characters, who was Sam. Sam was a boy, but I didn't really care because he had the perfect amount of lines. Not too little, not too many, but just right. A few weeks later, our teacher posted the cast on Google Classroom, and she said that we can't look until social studies. But of course, we used our iPads that day to do something else, and my best friend Addie had to peek because it was right there, and our teacher was fine with it. Once she looked, she rushed over to me with her iPad, sorry, and screamed, but not too loud, "Look!" I looked at Sam's role, and it wasn't me. But then I scrolled up, trying to find my name, and there it was. Right next to my name, it said, "Luzenna!" I exclaimed. My jaw dropped to the ground. Luzenna and Becky were the main characters next to Sam. A girl in my class named Caitlin got Becky, so we would practice together. Addie is a theater kid, so I would think that she would get Luzenna, but she got a role that she liked, and she participated in a bunch of songs, so she was okay with it. We started to do blocking a few weeks later, and I would forget my lines once in a while, but other people did too. Soon enough, it was the performance day, and Caitlin and I had matching outfits, but in different colors. And after lunch, we were performing. Lunch passed by quickly, and soon enough, it was time to perform. By the time it was over, I was so happy. It was so much fun. I was sad that it was over, but I was kind of relieved that I didn't have to do it again. That was by far one of my best happy moments at Edna McGuire Elementary.
Thank you, Lena. And we also have Kyla, who is in Ms. Ordonez's class. And her question is, how do you feel when teachers or classmates recognize your hard work or accomplishments?
When my teacher or one of my classmates recognizes my accomplishments, I feel amazing. It is really important to me to be able to be reminded about my hard work because sometimes I can't remind myself about how much effort I put into projects. For example, once a few years ago, I was getting really frustrated because I couldn't solve a math problem. But then my teacher came over to me and reminded me that a few months ago, I probably wouldn't even have tried to solve it. Then she said, "You really have grown so much, Kyla." So I took a deep breath, tried to solve it one more time, and I got the right answer. I remember thinking back to a few months ago, and I said to myself, wow, I really have grown. And a tingle went up my spine. The feeling when somebody recognizes your hard work or accomplishments really is amazing.
Thank you, Lena, Camden, Lena, and Kyla for representing Edna so well. I'd like to turn the mic over to, and the mic, oh, you already did down there, good, to Jason Matlin, who's the principal at Old Mill.
All right, thank you. Good evening. Great job, Edna, fifth graders. So representing Old Mill from Ms. Tybinga's class, first up, we have Walker Elkis. And the question is, how does your school community influence your sense of pride in being a student?
Good afternoon. First, a big thanks to the PTA and Kiddo Foundation for all the events they make possible, from lapathon and assemblies to everyday special activities, including library, arts, and PE programs. These events give me the chance to build better, stronger relationships with my friends and their families. I'm also grateful for all the artwork around the school. I particularly love the recently installed mural featuring student artwork, not only because it's beautiful, but because I feel more creative when surrounded by inspiring art made by my peers. I find the most pride in the fact that we're not just learning basic curriculum, math, reading, science, etc. We're learning life lessons like how to be balanced, open-minded, and principled. My favorite example is the Buddy program, where we help our little buddies through their early years at Old Mill School. Thank you for doing everything you do to make our school community possible.
All right, nice job, Walker. That was excellent. Next up, we have Noelle Kurtzman from Ms. Chris Lyons' class, and her question is, how does your school community, same question, influence your sense of pride in being a student?
Hi, my name is Noelle Kurzman, and I'm representing Old Mill School. What makes me feel pride for my school community is the opportunity to make close friendships with a diverse group of classmates. Our school is very small, and that's a good thing because everyone in our grade gets to know each other well. We are all different. Some of my classmates really enjoy sports, while others enjoys art or theater. Some come from families with a lot of money, while others come from have less. Some of my classmates were born in other countries. Some have two moms or two dads. Some have special challenges like autism. I've learned a lot from those differences. I have pride for my school's community because of the opportunities to make friendships that might not have been possible otherwise. Thank you.
Wow, Noelle, that was excellent. Thank you so much. All right, next up, we're gonna have Aubrey O'Connor from Park School.
Woohoo! All right, Park. Got some perfectly poised Parkies here tonight. Vivian Chan and Esme Lan, and they're here to represent Park School. And we're going to start. They both have the same question. We're going to start with Vivian. And the question is, how important is it for you to find joy in your daily school routine? And what small things brighten your
The things that brighten my day are my school community. This includes my teachers who support all my ideas and work, like our city's project or Dystopia's writing project, and my friends that always put a big smile on my face. I find joy in my classmates who make our classroom a great learning environment. Elective classes such as PE, art, music, library, and dance also make schools so much fun. And everyone who works in the office makes our school an amazing place to be around. I'm also so grateful for my teachers who encourage me to be part of many clubs, such as Peaceful Playground Coaches and Zamboni Cleanup Crew, because I love to help out the school. These are things that make me so excited to come to school every single day.
Thank you, Vivian. Lovely. Okay, Esme, you are up.
I think it is very important to find joy in school. Sometimes it even helps you focus. If you're sad or stressed out, it can be hard to pay attention. We need to be able to focus in school so we can retain information. Kids go to school almost every day, so it's important for them to be happy and joyful at school. If kids are sad, it will not encourage them to try harder. These kids will be important people in the future, like mayors, police officers, and parents. If they are happy at school and focused, they can try harder and become successful adults. At Park, small things often brighten my day. Things like getting the answers right. That always makes me happy. If I get a compliment, get time to read a book, or when a classmate helps me when I'm having a hard time, all these little things brighten my day. I'm lucky to go to school in Mill Valley where I find joy in school every day.
Thank you, ladies. And now Miss Kimberly Russell.
Good evening, everyone. I am very proud to introduce to you Will Johnson in Mr. Gasparini's class and Wade McCrae in Miss Queck's class. Will is going to answer the question. Is that the wrong way around, Will?
I think that they put on my picture. I think that they put my picture and Wade where Wade
Okay.
and Wade's picture where mine should be.
Never mind. Will, give everybody a wave so they know who you are. Okay, Will is going to answer the question. Will, is the question right for yours? What role does support?
It is.
Yes, okay, all right. What role does support from teachers play in your overall happiness at school?
Hi, my name is Will Johnson, and I will be representing Strawberry Point School and my classmates in room 10. One way that teacher support plays a role in my happiness is their constant understanding. I have ADHD, and my teachers have been amazing with me about it. They are calm and understanding. They understood my complicated needs and tried to work things out. They came up with reasonable consequences, if any. They listened to my ideas and really everybody's. They were and still are great teachers. This is one way that teacher support has influenced my happiness. Another example of teacher support that has helped impact my happiness occurred in the lead up to Walker Creek. I was pretty nervous about things such as the food, I'm a picky eater, and being away from home for 3 nights. My teacher reassured me and helped me understand everything better. He did this by telling me that there were some other options if I didn't want to eat the main course. He also understood my nervousness instead of being passive. It made me feel a lot better. When we answered this question as a class, my classmates said the following. I feel like teachers in SPS really understand how it feels to be a student. Miss Patalik always had a huge, warm, and welcoming smile. Miss Flores was very kind, and she always says something like, "Oh my gosh, look at how tall you've grown." She was such a kind teacher back in kindergarten, and I will always remember to this day, 5 years later. Miss Jensen was one of my favorite teachers. She made sure we were all being inclusive of one another. She helped me meet one of my best friends. I'm so thankful for all these teachers. After I looked at all my classmates' answers, I found that everybody was able to identify how our teachers have made us all happy at Strawberry Point School.
Excellent. That was excellent, Will. Thank you for being so reflective. Okay, Wade is now going to answer the question, what qualities do you think are important for feeling proud of your contributions in school?
Hi, my name is Wade, and I will be representing Room A at Strawberry Point School. One quality that I believe is most important is being brave. One day I was hanging out with a few of my friends, and they started being rude and mean to each other. At that moment, I thought that they shouldn't be saying these hurtful words to each other because their argument could escalate very quickly. I felt I needed to be brave and speak up, so I said, I think it would be best if you took a little time and gave each other some space. Once they took some time to themselves, they realized that they really did enjoy being together and wanted to remain friends. I felt proud that I was able to step up and help resolve the situation because sometimes it is hard to be the person to tell others what to do. Like me, some of my classmates had experiences and qualities that helped them be better people. One of my classmates said that they think it's important to be helpful. They remembered a time when a friend needed help with their math, so they took the time to walk them step by step through a problem. Another one of my classmates shared being kind is important. They said they do their best to be aware of how others are feeling and lift them up. Their example of being kind was one time her friend was really sad and she didn't want to talk, so she gave her the biggest hug in the world, and after she felt better. Strawberry Point is filled with people that have had shared experiences, and I think that's what makes the students at Strawberry Point so caring and generous.
Thank you, Wade. You both did a great job. I'm so proud of you. Okay, I'm now going to hand it over to Principal Lisa Lamar.
Thank you. Okay, today we welcome our Tam Valley Tigers. We have Mabel Carpenter, Miss Mendoza's class, Ariane Gottlieb from Miss Kelman's class, and Preston Mickelson from Miss Padilla's class. Okay, Mabel, make us proud. Here we go. Can you describe a moment at school when you felt truly happy? What was happening?
Hello. Oh, that's loud. Hello, I'm Mabel Carpenter, and I'd like to thank you all for creating this Day of the Students address. I'd like to talk about Math Workshop, which was offered last year. In Math Workshop, we tackled questions that challenged our math skills and stretched our minds. These questions blended logic, reasoning, and good old-fashioned calculations. Our teacher was amazing, and the questions kept me pondering for weeks. I've noticed that Math Workshop hasn't continued into 5th grade, and I hope it returns. When my classmates were asked what they truly enjoyed about school, math workshop came up multiple times. Some students even shared detailed explanations. One said that the puzzle challenged me and it was a truly fun environment, while another stated that it pushed my math skills so I felt better about myself. Once again, I hope that it returns.
Thank you. Thank you, Mabel. Thanks for plugging math. We'll give you a tiger stripe tomorrow. Okay, Ariane, your question is, how do you feel when teachers or classmates recognize your hard work or accomplishments?
I feel proud when any person sees my hard work. For example, when Miss Kelman, my teacher, saw how much of effort I put into my Codex project, which is a project where you research and write paragraphs about 3 different tribes from the past, I felt appreciated and noticed. When classmates notice my hard work, I also feel very proud and noticed. In our class, we have awards like the Kindness Award or Solid Gold Student. You are given these awards when people see you being kind or working hard, and it's nice to know you have been noticed. Whenever any of my friends see me working hard, they will often high-five me, and I appreciate their recognition. My classmates all feel similar. They feel extraordinarily happy and proud when they are recognized. In conclusion, I think we can all agree how good it feels when someone recognizes our hard work. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariane. Okay, Preston, finish strong here. How do your friendships at school contribute to your happiness?
Today, I'll be giving a speech on how your friends contribute to your happiness. Friends are incredible and help us in so much in life that we don't recognize their true value. After hearing about this topic, I took a minute just to think about it. In my mind, it pictures flashbacks of my friends and I. As I looked at these memories, I saw repetition. Whenever I saw myself frustrated, sad, annoyed, or in any destructive emotion, my friends always helped me. All that they wanted was for me to be my best self. They embraced my true personality, and they would keep trying to help me solve my problems. Here's the second reason why friends are so extraordinary. Maybe one day when you feel like there's nothing to do and you want to socialize with some people, friends are the perfect fit. They can cheer you up in a few minutes, and before you know it, your boredom has disappeared. You laugh all day until you peck the time, which is way past the time you intended. You'll realize that these memorable experiences with your friends are irreplaceable.
Thank you, Preston. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to the principal at the middle school, Sarah McKenna.
Right. Mr. Sully, Ms. Palmer coming up also. Welcome, Panthers, and welcome, future Panthers. Look forward to meeting you. Okay, we're going to start with 6th grade, Miss Lizzie Blanchard. Your question is, how do you cope with stress or challenges in your schoolwork that might affect your happiness?
In middle school, you have 7 different classes and 7 different teachers, so you have to deal with a lot of homework coming from a lot of different places. Some ways I deal with that are checking Google Classroom to make sure I'm not missing any homework. If I have any homework, I make sure to plan when I'm going to do it and if I need any help with it. I learn to make sure and look over the directions so I know how to do the assignment correctly. Also, I try to never wait until the last minute to do any assignments because it stresses me out. If I ever do get stressed, I take a walk or take a break. Sometimes I talk to a trusted adult. When I do my homework, I always put in my best effort so I get the grade that I'm aiming for. Lastly, I learned that paying attention to all the details really pays off. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna next up a 7th grader, Laird Goldman. All right, you ready for your question, Laird? Here we go. Is there a teacher or classmate who inspires pride in you? And what have they done to earn that admiration?
A teacher that has inspired pride in me is a person who helped me maximize knowledge while having fun at the same time. This person was with me for my 7 years at Edna, from TK to 5th grade. This person is Miss Manji. She encouraged me and other fellow students to truly dive into the world of reading and writing while inspiring confidence in the eyes of kids, including myself. She picked books that were the Goldilocks of difficulty that made kids feel good about the reading level while still making them want to strive to advance in reading. Throughout my years at Edna, I was never short on books or inspiration, nor was I short on pride. Miss Manji would help me and my classmates grasp topics and understand them, but made sure we are still able to question them. We are taught about the importance of reading and how much it benefits mental health. A standout thing about Miss Manji was the amount of effort and personalization that went into making me and my other students feel like we were on top of the world when the book was perfect. When she began the student work library, hearts would fill with pride when their short stories made by students would be displayed. She'd also make efforts to get tons of author visits throughout the year, which inspired many students, including myself. Everyone who's educated by Miss Manji would know that every day that you got to take a trip to the library was a good day, filled with pride, inspiration, and joy that fueled the brains of students. Thank you, Miss Manji, and thank you for your time.
Hello, I get the pleasure of introducing Catherine Zhao, who I've known for 3 years, and I get to ask her, what role do school events like competitions or performances play in your feelings of pride?
First of all, I would like to thank the school district for selecting me to represent MVMS, and I'm very grateful I'm here to share my thoughts. There are many school events throughout the year in the district, and being in them has greatly influenced my confidence and connected me with the other students in this district. For example, I joined the cabaret both years of my middle school experience, and I plan to this year as well. The process of producing a show has made me feel more comfortable in the school, and I made many new friends, both upper and lower grades in my cast. Being in a performance means that you're proud of your talent, and by doing so, I learned to embrace my music side and be proud of it. The performances allow me to show what I'm talented at to the school and help me practice boosting my confidence and getting rid of stage fright. I know other students also enjoy being in performances and competitions because it allows them to show the talent they are proud of. By being in games, competitions, and performances, people can learn to appreciate the opportunity to show their talent and pride to the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Catherine, Laird, and Lizzie.
Students, thank you very, very much for sharing your perspectives. And I want to take a moment for all of us to give them a round of applause because they did an outstanding job. And for those of you who are new to our district or who haven't come to these events or had the opportunity to walk classrooms, these children are representative of every child in our district. So the level of discourse and reflection that you see here this evening is replicated throughout our community. And that is one of the reasons that our district is as outstanding as it is. So thank you, parents, as well. And I have to do a shout out to the teachers, many of whom were wrapping up Walker Creek while we were imposing this last minute annual event on them. So I want to thank them for rallying and having us all here this evening to celebrate learning and the voices of our children. And I think, we always learn best listening to our children. And, when they speak to what it means to be happy and proud, we heard about the contributions of Kiddo and PTA. We heard about the opportunity to create a sense of community that is unique to us. We heard about diversity and inclusion and being seen and being heard and being stretched and having the opportunity to do things that you're passionate about individually. So my hope as both a parent and the superintendent in this district is that we continue to grow those opportunities. And really, at the end of the day, as a mom and as the person who's in loco parentis for your children while they're here, all we want is our kids to be happy and proud. All we want in life for our children is that they realize who they are as individuals and find their own happiness and pride in showing up. So it's a great honor to be here every day with your children and great honor to be a part of this community. And I think we're going to adjourn. We have some certificates that we want to hand out, and I think our principals will probably come up and introduce those certificates. And then we'll take some photo ops with the trustees, and then we will have cookies, which generally aren't part of our district wellness program. But on special occasions, once a year, we take those opportunities. So do you want me to have principals come up?